Welcome back to Franchise Hockey Manager 10 with the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. We find ourselves in first place in the Western Conference with 105 points in 69 games, eclipsing the 50-win mark once again. We only have 14 losses and 5 ties as well, which is pretty good. The next closest team is Edmonton Oilers with 87 points, and same thing with Detroit. But all in all, we're doing very well, and that just seems like the trend. So even losing those two players weren't as crucial as what it needed to be, and we're doing very good with Solani with 102 points, Korea with 95, and they're at the top of their game currently. We did have some acquisitions, though. I am very excited to announce it, actually, so we'll go into that, and we'll look at our transaction log. We did end up trading away Van Beesbrook after him having a very good season with us. He was having 23 wins, 3 losses, and 3 shutouts. But he is 37, and that's something to kind of be mindful. He did have a 927 save percentage, which was just absolutely insane. But in terms of longevity, I just like this goalie a lot more too. But we did get rid of Yaroslav Hlinka as well. And he's graded around 61 with us this season, but he's doing all right with Blue Jackets. He's not really a goal scorer as of yet, but he does have potential. He is only a 2-star player at the moment, but he is 24, and he can still kind of grow on that. Originally, when we were trying to offer for Patrick Waugh, we couldn't get anything for him, but he is 35 still, and it's contract still good for 2 more years. I'm going to try and get him to play longer than what he did in real life, and for this I'm willing to sink with his diminishing form anyways, but he's been pretty good for us so far. I will say that where is it? He has around 9 wins, 4 losses, and save percentage is around 930, which is just a little bit better than Van Beesbrook. But all in all, our team has been playing very good. That is the only trade that we end up doing this season, though. We still have Ryan Miller as well, but we'll get into how well he's doing in a moment. Solani is leading the goal scorer, 102 in 68 games, which is very good. Paul Korea with 95, St. Louis with 60, so there's still a big drop off there. Heatley doing very well as well with 56 in 69 games. And then Lang also with 54. So he's filled in admirably on the top line there. And then Madden has featured there as well. But I feel as though we might want to give the nod to Madden a little bit more. But Langenbrunner playing very well, 53 points in 69 games. Madden with 52. Wisnowski turning out to be our top defender as well. We do have Briere, who is around 49, and then Desjardins with 47. Others to note, Sean Avery starting to look pretty good, actually. His defensive rating is pretty good. Balance is pretty good. I do like all this green. I'm okay with an average player. He does still have a lot of room to kind of play with. And I feel as though we can actually have a better career with him than what he does in real life. I'm fairly confident that we can. I do like the fact that he is our muscle for sure. But he still is pretty decent defensively. I will say that, at least in the game, that is. And obviously, like the 14s and stuff like that, everything can kind of improve a little bit. He is only 20, so this is his rookie season with us. And I mean, I'm very happy with his development so far. Trig is now a 3-star, but his defensive rating kind of sucks for a defender. So it is nice to have players like Sean Avery with that as well. And then Finneganov looking pretty good. I mean, his offensive rating is very good. His defensive rating, not so much. So we're getting a little bit too many of those kind of players. So we won't be able to do that in the future. We're going to probably have to get rid of some of those guys. Patrick Stefan, not producing, not necessarily the same kind of player that we were hoping. He's only 59, but he is kind of rotating between him and Ponokrasky as well. Ponokrasky's grade, I don't think, is that high. It's around 58, but again, this is his rookie season. He still has room to develop. He is only a 1-star, so keep in mind, look at those stats, and they're only going to go up from here, unless he does end up producing at all, and then we'll just kind of get rid of him if we have to. But we'll look at our goalie stats, and yeah, Patrick Waugh, throughout the whole season, though, 19 wins, 20 losses, not all with us, though. Columbus, he he wasn't doing well, but he's obviously going to end with a winning season with us for sure. But to 925 save percentage despite all that. So his save percentage with them was still 923, which is very, very good. And then Ryan Miller with 18 wins, 7 losses, and 2 overtime losses with a 911 save percentage is very good for him as well. But like I said, it's more of a tandem. We're going to try and play them as much as possible. As you can see, Miller's already played 27 games. So we do want to kind of stretch out Patrick Waugh for as long as possible. And like I said, I do like where he's going, and I'm pretty happy with how well he's producing. One thing that I want to note, though, is Volchenkov, who is our first-round pick. Just look at those defensive rating stats, and it all looks good. Obviously, his face-off isn't going to be that high, but his defensive is so good. He is 6'1", 19 years old. He's going to be coming up soon. I don't think that we can kind of hold him back any longer. But he is already a 69 grade with the Russian squad. In real life, I think he only plays for Ottawa and then New Jersey and then Preds for 1 season. But he's not known as like a goal scorer. He's going to be more of a stay-at-home guy. And 18 stay-at-home defending, like just look at that. Like all the ones that matter are pretty much highlighted pretty heavily, other than strength, which seems kind of shocking since he's good at everything else. But he can only develop from there. And I'm really hoping that we can bring him up soon, especially with Dallas probably leaving us in the summer. He is 36, and I mean, I feel as though he's going to retire, and we wish him the best. I think in real life he's already gone. He's already out of the NHL at the end of the season anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up leaving. It does bring in a decent opportunity for the young guns to be able to come in and do work as well. But we'll take a look at how well everyone else is doing. And conference-wise, we are the top spot, like I said. And then Blues with 71 points. It does look like Colorado might miss out, which that first-round pick that we gave Joe Sakic back to them might mean a lot more. And like I said, we obviously could have milked it, got like 3 first-rounders for him. I know that's what we could have done, but obviously it's not realistic. And we'll kind of take it from there. I'm not going to go all in just to destroy a franchise for it. We're more so just looking at prospects as well, and kind of developing them. And then obviously we'll kind of ship them off. We won't necessarily gouge them. But I didn't even notice this. Minnesota Wild minus 133, losing streak of 15 games. Who do they even have on their team? Their best player is Robert Esch. Wow, they're going to be bad for a long time. Wow, yeah, and Roman Cechmanek as well as Sami Kapanen. Yeah, their team looks bad, and everyone's on 1-year contracts. That is weird. Where is the finances? My God. They haven't even extended anyone. And this is the team that got Dan Boyle from us. Yeah, so Dan Boyle's probably their best player. Torn thumb ligament. But everyone's under 1-year contract. That is insane. That is insane. But let's get back to the action. We'll focus more on our team and see if we can manage to win one more Stanley Cup in a row. That'd be fantastic. But I think probably what we're going to do in the future is we're going to probably go season to season basis. We do lose that one 1-0. Obviously, no one ends up scoring on our team. But yeah, no, we'll go season to season basis and probably do just a season per episode because feels though we can kind of crush through this a little bit quicker since, especially if we end up winning this, it's going to be more of the same. And I think it's just going to kind of highlight everything. But we end up winning 4-1 against Washington. Cree with his 49th, Solani with his 47th, and then Wisnowski and Desjardins with two goals there as well. And we do face Toronto. And we're going to switch to Miller here. See if Miller can get it. I do think we did have a decent amount of back-to-back games as well, which is why Miller's been playing a little bit more. But I think once he goes on a streak, we kind of just allow him to go on it. Solani with the only 2 goals. Korea at least gets an assist there as well. But we did lose in overtime. That is disappointing. And off-field incidences, this is what's going to destroy us. I already know it. And we do have Ottawa now, 2-1. So Ottawa's a much more put together team. Yeah, with 49 wins there. Martin St. Louis gets a goal, and then Danny Heatley with his 28th, and we only scored 2, which seems very light for us considering how well we do. I think I'm going to swap it with Miller, get him a chance to show up as well. We don't want to also ruin Patrick Waugh either. 5-2. Roman Turek beats us. Jesus. Trig, Korea gets his 50th, and then that is it. We're going to still play him for the Dallas game. And then we'll probably play Patrick Waugh for the rest of it. So a shutout. Guess we're going to have to play him again. Sean Avery with his 5th, Briere with his 20th, and then Langdon Burner with his 15th. How many games are left? Yeah, so we'll let him play this one, and then we'll swap back to Patrick Waugh. 5-3. Falker with his 51st, St. Louis with his 22nd. Legwand actually doing pretty good there with 2 goals there. But John Madden and then Wisnowski and then Danny Heatley getting his 29th. And yeah, we're going to have a back-to-back game again. 2 against Vancouver. That hardly seems fair. Patrick Waugh ends up winning 5-4 there. St. Louis, Langdon Burner, and then Paul Curry with his 57th or 52nd, sorry, and then Briere with his 21st before Dulles getting his 4th. Dulles only has 4 goals. That's insane. I wonder how many games he's playing. He's playing 77. He only has 4. Oof. But he is more of a defensive guy anyways, so I'm not really gonna shut on him. So yeah, Lang's playing up at the top as well. We do need a center in the future. 6-4. Miller gets the win there. Madden, Korea, Langdon Burner, St. Louis with 2 there, and then Lang with the last one. But it seems like it was just more so the insurance goal there. Play the next one. Rafalski wins. Development report, let's take a look. Heatley up 1 for fighting. That doesn't seem realistic. Miller passing and professionalism. Again, those are weird ones. Regier ends up going up with his speed. Wisnowski with passing. Let's see if there's anything. Valachenko, no. Volchenko for determination. That's good. I always like that. But it does have him only as a 2-star potential, which I find kind of odd. And then Patrick Waugh, Dulles, Ruchin, Solani all going down. But Solani's been like slowly declining. I find it so weird how he is. And let's look at, I think we kind of could afford the scouting. Let's go +2. And it looks like it's, who's in goal right now? Probably Miller, I guess, right? So Miller ends up getting that one. Obviously, we're going to have Patrick Waugh play against his former team. Naslin, how old is this guy? 27. 27, and he only has 13 goals. Oh, he's only played 35 this season, so he's obviously been out for injury. I always kind of liked Naslin. I wouldn't have minded bringing him in, but I don't think this is the save to do it. We do have Trig getting 2 goals there, Korea and Afinaganov, and then Madden getting the last one, but a pretty decisive win against Vancouver. And more clicks. Oh my god. I'll show you our team harmony right now, and it's ridiculous. It's like it doesn't want you to have the same players. It's just ridiculous. But at least all these conflicts are so minimal, other than maybe the Wisnowski one, which I don't think it did anything. No, it didn't. But so many clicks, it's so annoying. It wasn't bothering us for the most time, for most of the season, but or sorry, most of the series actually. And then all of a sudden, like this season, last season, are when it's starting to come up. Let's see if we can win here. 7-5 loss. Jesus. So Trig, Heatley, Forsberg dismantle us there, and then the third period is where it all went wrong. Madden scores, Korea scores, and then St. Louis scores, but then they score 4 goals on top of that. On top of I guess on top of a busy second as well. But that's kind of sad. Korea suspend for 7 games? You've got to be kidding me. 7 games. What could this guy have done? How many games left? He's gonna miss 5 games. Oh my god. And this is the first round exit. I know it. 1-0 loss. Yep. It's starting already. So that's one game. One game. That's so disappointing. 5-2. So we can win without him. Heatley, Desjardins there, and then Ponikarovsky, Finneganov, and Wisnowski. But I guess it gives an opportunity for other people to kind of show up as well. So disappointing. That sucks. That sucks so hard. And then obviously Minnesota's gonna, but that's not even fair. Brian Burke's gonna get fired because their team sucks, but they're an expansion team. That seems weird. But oh, we just missed out on the points. Alexei Yashin actually gets the most amount of points. That is insane. He hasn't come close to producing that amount. Not in real life, not in anything. 125 is a massive, massive difference in what he did before. Jesus. So this is like a one-off for sure. He never even came close to that in any point of his career. So I guess congratulations. That is kind of odd. Samsonov as well, tearing it up. So I guess both them just did it. So Ottawa is going to be the team to beat for sure. But Korea still ends up getting the Rocket Richard. But it looks like this is the only one that we're going to end up getting. And let's take a look at our stuff. It feels like we're going to have to sign some contracts here. Yeah, of course we're going to have to. And I mean, it's definitely the annoying part. There should just be something that you can kind of highlight everything and then it is what it is. But we'll end up doing it now to kind of just show you. There's not that many. We don't have too many coaches with it anyways. As you can see, there's only a couple that are coming up. But yeah, it's always something that I forget, and then as soon as the postseason ends up happening, it just ends up ruining everything. And yeah, there's only like 2 more guys. I think one of them's the owner, and obviously you don't renew him. And then White, yeah. We don't have a head coach, but I don't think we can really afford any regardless. But let's take a look here. See who we're going to probably end up playing in the conference. We're going to face San Jose Sharks, so Colorado still bumps down. Where are they in the whole league, though? They're 19th spot, so that's going to be a decent first-round pick. I'm not upset at that one bit, but I would have hoped that they would have gone on a little bit more of a losing streak there. Bruins with a 7-game losing streak. It's kind of what separated the two for sure. But how well our team did towards the end of the season, we'll show you. But yeah, that Paul Kariya thing, so upsetting. But yes, 74 points for St. Louis in 82 games. He turned around towards the end because I don't remember him being that high up. I think someone else was higher. And then Briere was 64, Madden was 63, Langenburn was 60, and then Lang with 58. I think Lang was at the top. And then Briere, Wisnowski, Desjardins, and Trigg all doing pretty well. All in the 40, 50 point mark, but doing pretty well. Goalie stats wise, 23 and 23, so he finished 500. Patrick Watt finished at around 500. It was that one game against Colorado that ruined him. But 22, 9, and 2 is pretty good for Ryan Miller. So at least we know that if we start to struggle in the postseason, we might end up making that change if we have to. It is just something that we would want to do. But let's look at how well we fared in terms of everything else. 153 goal differential is huge. And then same thing with Devils is 122 is massive, but we obviously had a decent amount more than they did. So award season now. Vezina, obviously none of our guys. Hasek, Luongo, and Gerber. Luongo, already a 4-star. Jesus. But Boston sucks though, so that is interesting. And then Trigg might end up getting a Norris. That'd be pretty cool. Calder, no one. I guess Chichu for Toronto. Biron for Ottawa. Biron's probably gonna get it. 27 wins. Yeah, he's definitely gonna get it. Chichu 46, yeah. And then Martin Havlat. Martin Havlat, what pick was he? He was a 9th pick. Or 21st pick. 9th was what he was projected. Selke is John Madden. Lady Bing, no one. And then no one for Jack Adams. So we're not even being recognized for being top spot. I think we finished top. Yeah, for being top spot. They're not even respecting us at all for getting almost a 60 win season. But we do face off against San Jose. And I mean, they've been kind of our rivals throughout this, I will say that. It does suck that we're missing our captain for a couple games. But let's look at how well we did throughout the season. We lost the first one. We won the second one pretty decisively. We won the third one, and then fourth one, and then fifth one. So, I mean, we've only lost the one, and that was early on in the season. So, feels that we should be able to win this one. We do have Patrick West, so I do like that. And then, yeah, obviously, Paul Kariya is not there, so it's kind of upsetting. But they don't have Zetterberg or Marchment this game. Seems kind of odd decision, I will say that. But let's see if we can manage to get the win here. Game 1, we win 5-3, so that's good. Langdon Burner, Heatley, Solani, and then Heatley and Solani as well. So 5-3 is pretty decisive. I do like that. It's all going to matter when we end up going away from home, though. Let's see. Game 2, 3-1, just as decisive. Briere, St. Louis, and then Lang with the goals there as well. So, I mean, I don't want to go to Game 7, but he only has 3 games left, so I'm okay with him missing Game 1 or the other one. See if we can win and San Jose. And 4-1 we do. Sean Avery getting on the scoreboard, Dulles as well, and then Ruchin, and then Briere. So, just getting goals from everywhere. I do like to see that. Then 2 games left for the suspension. We win with a shutout there. So Lanny Bernard, Briere, St. Louis, and Healy all getting goals there. And now Desjardins is injured for how long? Torn pectoral. Jesus. Alright, so let's see what happens when you do AI setup organization. They don't bring anyone up. What is wrong with... School is obviously coming up. This is ridiculous. Commodore, we might want to put him as well. That's ridiculous. Why wouldn't... I can only imagine what the lines are. Yeah, Lanyon Burners on... Let's see. Okay, then they end up starting... They start both of them. Whatever. Alright, we didn't end up looking at anyone else, actually. So we're not going to delay it. Desjardins is going to be out for the season. We'll just leave it at that. So we end up winning that. There's still Detroit and Calgary, Edmonton and St. Louis, and then Dallas and Chicago. We kind of jumped through that. So Dallas is going to clear it. Edmonton for sure, and Red Wings for sure. Devils can sweep Toronto. I like that. Tampa needs to win. If Tampa wins, this is good for us. Philly can sweep Washington as well. And then Islanders can beat Pittsburgh. I would have never guessed that. I would have probably predicted Pittsburgh to win. Probably Washington as well. And Ottawa. I wouldn't have predicted any of these guys right. So let's see what it looks like. And Commodore was apparently injured. We do face off against Dallas, so Paul Kariya is still gone for that one game. And then, yeah, Detroit and Edmonton did go to Game 7 with St. Louis, though. So that's very odd. So I feel as though Detroit's going to win that. Just seems obvious. And then I'm going to go with New Jersey. And Ottawa manages to beat them in Game 7. That is insane. They were up. They were up 3-0. That's wild. So obviously it's going to be Ottawa. Ottawa's going to win. And then it's going to be Ottawa, New Jersey. And then it's probably going to be us and Detroit. That's insane. Commodore, minor facial cut? You gotta be kidding me. How did he even get it? He didn't even play. Alright, so they're gonna still let him suit up anyways. Still suspended for one game. See how we fared against Dallas throughout the season. St. Louis liking the top spot, but he shouldn't get used to it. we did play him a decent amount. So first game we end up losing. We lost second game as well. We won the third game and fourth game, so 2-2. And then we lost and we won. So it's pretty split. This is going to be very difficult here. Probably the biggest challenge of the season. And let's see if we can win game one at home. We do 2-1. Now Korea's back, so I like that. So Wisnowski getting the 2 goals that put us through. I would have never guessed. I mean, I guess with his offensive, yeah. But I would have never guessed. I don't think he did anything close to that in his career. And suspension is now over. And see Danny Brier's improving. That's good. Sean Avery's now more of a team player. Who would have thought? Puck handling for Heatley. Ponikarovsky's improving as well. And let's look at our youngster, Valenchenkov. Still kind of looks the same. But yeah, his offensive is going to be terrible. Let's see game 2 here. And 5-1. That's what happens when you get Paul Kariya back. Paul Kariya scores 1. Danny Heatley with a hat trick. And then Ruchin with the last goal there. Didn't score in the third, though. But neither of us scored in the third, so I don't mind that at all. Yeah, Heatley with the hat trick. And now we have to do this this fun little piece. I don't know any of these guys. I'm going to go with Wayne Cashman. I have no idea who he is, to be honest. But it does suck that we lost Desjardins, though. Let's see if we can win in Dallas. And we lose. So 2-1 series. Wisnowski gets 1 and Paul Kariya gets the other. But it wasn't enough, unfortunately. Now let's see if we can win before we go back home. Let's see. Game 3. Nope, game 4. We win 4-1. So we just need one more. Paul Kariya, Timmy Solani, and Lang before Kariya scoring again. And that is what happens when Paul Kariya comes back into the roster. And that's exactly what we want to see from the Mighty Ducks. See if we can win at home. Game 5. We win 2-0. Patrick Waugh with another shutout. Steve Ruchin and Timmy Solani doing their thing for sure. Let's look at... I did want to see this actually. Let's look at player index. I want to see postseason. See if Patrick Waugh can do anything in terms of wins. No. Only 21 wins in the postseason? That's weird. Okay, only 21 wins. And then shutouts is Marty Brodeur. So Marty Brodeur is doing better than he is in real life. Did he go to the postseason in this that much, though? He did. That's weird. Oh, no, it's not showing it. Sorry. Yeah, he still did, though. Not nearly as much. Yeah, Stanley Cup playoffs. E6. That's weird. Okay. I guess they're not factoring in. There's something odd about those stats. Yeah, because I could have sworn that he played better. Philly defeats New Jersey. That's good. Obviously, Ottawa ends up beating... how many games was it? Went to game 6. And then Ottawa went to game 5. We do beat Dallas. And, yep, go figure. We're playing against Detroit. So I think it's going to be us in Ottawa for sure. So how well did we do throughout the regular season? 5-1, 3-1, 3-2, and 8-1. So 3-1, we should be able to make easy work of them. A lot of them, we just left them at 1. As soon as they end up getting more than 1, they won, though. So let's see. Game 1, 4-1. So the roll of 1. And Ruchin here. Solani with 2, and then Ruchin with the last goal there. Stapleton might retire. I don't know who that is. Game 2, 3-0. So another shutout. Wisnowski, Solani, and Afenaganov. Afenaganov hasn't... I don't even know if he's really played that much in this postseason. But yeah, only the first we end up scoring, though. So I don't like that. That feels as though we're going to lose this next game. because it's kind of what happened last game that we ended up losing. So we go to Detroit. Let's see if we can manage to win 6-2. Yep, predicted that one. And Solani and St. Louis. So at least we scored the last 2 goals, which does give us confidence that... No. No. Does give us confidence we can win at home. Or, sorry, win in Detroit now. Let's see if we can win without Korea again. 3-2. And Briere, Avery, and Lang getting goals there. That's so annoying. Injuries, injuries, injuries. Okay, so he's still day-to-day. See if we can win at home. 5-1, so at least he gets more rest. St. Louis, Lang, Fenaganov, and Madden all score in the second before Stefan scores in the third. 5-1, so we do face Philly. Thank God. Thank God we faced Philly. What was the series? 4-1? Who is on this team? Who's on this Philly team? Svela. Svela's what's leading them, and Bringdamore, I guess. But they're all relatively old. John Leclerc, Eric Lindros, I guess. Yeah. Who's doing in the postseason though? Okay, so Leclerc with 23, so 14 goals. So we just gotta stop that guy, and they can't score other than that. Svela has 6. Lindros only has 2. Oh, not our roster. Paul Kariya still injured. I don't think I want him playing. Yeah, I don't want him playing this game. So I guess we'll put in Ponikarovsky. We'll redo the lines here. We'll just give him 1 day rest. And how well did we play against Philly? Grant Fuhr's our goalie. Oh, I remember that trade. And we only played the 1 game. They beat us 6-1, and that was early in the season. So see if we can win at home without Paul Kariya. We lose 2-1. Ooh, so maybe that was a gamble that we didn't end up putting him in. But I feel as though we might be better for it. Nope, he's still 80. Jesus, that sucks. Alright, well, we're going to play through it. Game 2. 6-4. That's what I like to see. Briere, Trigg with 2. And then Leclerc scoring again. Jesus. Wisnowski and Solani getting goals there as well. I feel as though he's gonna need to miss a game at some point though. He's 86 actually. He's already healed. Fast healer. I like that. So let's see. Game 3 here. We go to Philly. We lose 6-2. Oof. So series down 2-1. And I mean, Paul Kariya is still healthy. Okay. See if we can manage to tie it up and go back home. 5-4, so we're down 3-1. That does suck. Robin Regier, Heatley, Fenaganov, and Madden getting goals there, but not enough. Looks like Philly's destroying us. Trigg is now out. Day-to-day. Suck it up. Just suck it up, Trigg. Development-wise, Fenaganov doing well, but yeah, this is kind of disappointing. Even Desjardins out is kind of disappointing. Alright, let's see if we can manage to win at home here to at least not lose 4-1. See if we can win 4-1. So series 3-2, Solani with 2 goals, Kariya with 1, and then St. Louis with the other one. Hall of Fame ballot, just to interrupt everything. Oh, I'm not going to say anything there, sorry. I'm not saying anything. Let's see if Trigg's back. Okay, now it's Hall of Famer. So I guess Cashman will do, Doug Wilson, Randy Carlisle, and Steve Larmer. I think we did that. Bobby Smith is probably the one that we should have probably done. And Trigg's still out because he's a little B. Alright, let's see if we can win this one. Let's see if we can tie up the series here. And we do. 6-3. Goes to game 7 and comes back home. Steve Ruchin, Paul Kariya, Timmy Solani, and St. Louis before Lang and Madden scoring the two deciding ones to push us through. And this is where Trig, you should probably play this game. But we'll play at home. Let's see if we can manage to win Game 7. It's for all the marbles, guys. And we do 6-3. We managed to win yet again. And I feel as though we're going to have to do some offloading this offseason as well. We might even go through kind of a rebuild, I think. And we're going to kind of change it up a little bit. We'll still keep Solani and Kariya, but we might change some of the other guys. Give them a shot to other teams. But Solani, Kariya, Zitnik, Avery, and then St. Louis and Heatley getting goals there. Short-handed for St. Louis, but pretty decisive nonetheless. Memorable night for Wisnowski. And this is where it's going to pop up. We do come back from the jaws of defeat, though. We were down 3-1 and we managed to turn around and beat them. So this is Stanley Cup number 4. And the winning goal was by Sean Avery, too. That is exciting, actually. So I feel as though we're going to probably change it up. But let's look at how well everyone did in the postseason. Solani with 21 points, Wisnowski with 22, and then Heatley with 17. I do like that. St. Louis with 17, Lang with 17, Briere with 14, and then Madden with 14 as well. Kariya with 12 in point per game. It's pretty good. Goaltending wise, though, 16 and 5 for Patrick Waugh with how many shutouts? 3 and a 928 save percentage. That is unheard of in the postseason. But we'll take a look at our team actually. It's either this year or next year. We might go for 5 in a row. I think that's 5 in a row, right? Let's go history. Yeah, we've won 4 in a row. Sorry, we've won 4 in a row, and I feel as though we might want to change it up. Gonna kind of do what we did last season. We might we need to keep at least one center. So Lang, where does he go in real life? So Lang, how did we get him then? He doesn't end up playing. 2001. Pittsburgh. So how did he come to our team? Did I sign him? Alright, so I guess Lang's out. We're going to trade him. Langenbrunner we're probably going to trade as well. He's 25. Heatley we'll keep. Ponokraski we'll keep. Briere we might offload as well. And Vanaganov I still want to keep. Defending wide, Dallas is going to leave. We're going to keep Regier, Wisnowski because that just seems obvious. But Desjardins we might leave. And the same thing with Zitnik. Both those guys we might end up offloading. And then we'll keep Miller and develop him a little bit. But we're going to kind of go through a semi-rebuild, I think, just to kind of revamp it, unless we decide to go for our 5th straight. But it's either going to be this season or next season. It's all going to be depending on the draft and what kind of players are coming up. But we might end up offloading once we kind of realize it. But our team is just so stacked. Our team is so good. I mean, that's 4 seasons in a row that we just absolutely demolished everyone. So we're going to offload them. The only people that we can't get rid of is Paul Kariya and Timmy Solani, but everyone else is out for grabs probably next season. But we'll start doing it season by season instead of just breaking it up into 2. But we'll kind of crush through seasons that way. But either next one is going to be another dominant season, or we're going to issue the rebuild. But within the next 2 seasons, we're going to probably do that. But we'll decide that coming on the off season. So stay tuned, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And thank you for watching. Until next time.